some strange sentinel melee ships. They have lots of thrusts, lots of gorse beams in the middle, but they're ready to unleash. There's like weird knives. So we'll let the battle play out now. Yeah. As expected, Yenyu, the melee, instantly wins.
Yeah, I was pretty sure melee was going to be strong in this particular tournament.
Yeah. Kind of sucks to see Zone Blimps go out so early though, since they were my personal favorite entry. Yeah. I love the name, but I guess the strong will survive.
Yeah, as always.
Yeah.
I do like the color scheme.
Yeah. Not too sure the other. Oh, there's the other ball bearing. Coming in for a behind strike.
Ooh.
Yeah.
These ball bearings feel more like wrecking balls.
Hey, they do go zap. So I'm pretty sure Yenyu's already won. Or Maiwa mo Shindiru, as they say. It's trying to rebuild itself, but Yenyu's just dancing around it. Like, not even bothering. It's not worth the waste of time.
They seem so fast that none of the weapons can actually contact.
Yeah, that's the problem with Farmer. Also, something I should have noted with Joyous 18 submission, they didn't use any super thrusters. They stuck to the classic vanilla loadout, so going with some sort of honor, respect system here. They came for the pride, not the actual win. And I can respect that. Ooh, ouch.
Ooh. Things are happening.
Near death. Haven't seen a single... Yeah, that's the only zone blimp. So... when I was actually making sure these ships were legal, they did make a single baby. I'm not too sure if you'll get this behavior actually happening in the tournament today. But maybe. The lack of super thrusters is concerning, yes, very much so. And as expected, round 1 goes to Yenyu.
They are quite pretty, the blimps.
Yeah, the fitting name, fitting visuals. I like it. Nope, we do have a baby appearing. It is bugged inside the mothership, but we do have a baby. Oh, and one of the ball bearings died down here. So let's see how this other one goes. I'm guessing it died to the HM-1 missiles. They hit very hard. And there are multiple squishy generator blocks in there, so very possible.
Yeah, and now with at least 3 farmer ships firing missiles.
Well, 2.5. Yep. Okay, round 3 already.
Yep.
Ooh, nearly got him. Ouch, and that's the punish. That is a brutal punish right there.
Yeah.
Melee feels a bit inconsistent sometimes. I don't know. Not really inconsistent, but it's either you win or you don't. It's all in. Melee ships are pretty much mad lads.
I agree. I've seen melee ships either just slice through another ship or bounce off sometimes.
Yeah. More importantly than that though, gorse beams. can we agree that they feel really inconsistent?
Yeah, a lot of the burst laser type weapons tend to be that way.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah.
I'm guessing they all try to hit the same block at once and then overkill it somehow because physics updates? I don't know. We do see a baby though, so that's cool. Not like it's...
Now it's 3.
Yeah. I expected Yenyu to win this one, but apparently not. Underdog farmer ship. Wow. So, new match here. We have Aurora on the left here with their stacked thruster farmer kiters. The first appearance here to be using the farmer super thrusters. And from what I could tell, this is like 2 different ships. The first one here has a lot of station defense lasers. Like it's just a big laser ball that goes zap. It's a bug zapper pretty much. And on the other side here we have a ship using a missile type I haven't seen in a very long time. The M1 missiles. The middle tier. Between HM1 and Sparrow. You usually don't see those since they kinda suck. However, enough about Aurora. On Klim Hazard's side he brought 2 ships to the table. Unlike most people. So we have his big Alpha Terran city ship. With the various stacked missiles using his torpedo technique for the perfect spread TM. Low energy, middle tier, best tier, I guess. It's pretty interesting. So he has a bunch of missile spam, and that's pretty much it. He also has railguns and torps, but I'm guessing the missiles will be the best weapon against the farm kiters. He also has this thruster ball here, which, although we can't see the missiles, well, we can, but we can just imagine there's many missiles on this thing, so I think that's all that needs to be said. We can begin.
I imagine the city ship is going to be fairly fast due to the asteroid thrusters.
Maybe, but did you see that point defense ship just casually dismiss thousands of missiles? Wow, rest in peace the kiter. Ouch.
Yeah. And it just ripped the ship itself.
I feel bad for Klim Hazard's kiter right now. Like, you're suddenly obsolete, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, the bug zapper is just too strong here.
Yeah, it just can't be stopped. Just too good. And then the M1 missiles come in to clean up. Pretty solid submission, I must say. So much for Terran asteroid armor bricks will dominate the tournament.
This feels like a variation on the tank and spank archetype.
Yeah.
Where here it's like a distractor and a missile ship.
Yeah. Not too sure. Yeah, like stopped firing its lasers for a moment there. It seems to have enough energy for short bursts, but suffers from prolonged fire. Klim ship being drilled, yes indeed. Slowly but surely.
Now there is a radius ship limit in this tournament, so there are no
over 1,000 radius.
Screen wide.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the reason why the asteroid thrusters were banned is because Terran is able to put so much armor and still maintain maneuverability.
Yeah, but why does that matter when you have melee armor?
Exactly.
Why? And you have spiky planets which just exist. Like, why? There's quite a few interesting options to choose from. You have like Borg and Spiky Planet which can replicate themselves, or these Farmer Super Thrusters, or the Terran Armor Bricks, so there's a lot to choose from. And I just
Yeah.
noticed that Klim's Kaiser does have some blast pulses, but that won't stop it from getting lasered.
Hmm.
Blast pulses may be good anti-missile, but it is not good anti-laser. Fun fact. Just for all you
Yeah,
people who don't know. Go on.
for some reason, Klim's Cutter was charging the Bug Zapper,
I think
which doesn't.
what happened was like the bug zap was just too fast for Klim's Cutter. Too fast for Klim's Kaiser, and so it couldn't escape.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. But I think there's like a few good examples here where the bug zapper is running out of energy for the missiles every now and then, and needs to back off.
Hmm.
Or the maneuvering AI just doesn't know what point defense is.
It doesn't seem like Klim's ships or Auroras have any factories.
No. You would think that a ship called a city ship would have a factory, right? Apparently not.
Yeah. True.
Apparently not. It
Oh,
would
we've got a spinner here.
Yep. Oh, yep, banned. Banned, can't have that. Banned. Sorry, Klim. You broke the rules.
An asteroid thruster spinner.
I tried that at some point and it was garbage. Yeah.
At this point, it's like a city station.
Yeah. Man, imagine being on this ship right now, like, not only are you being bombed, you're also getting nauseous and being thrown around rapidly.
True.
It must suck to live here right now.
Like at the edges when both
yeah.
are worse.
Like, a quarter of the people are already dead. Yeesh. So, here we have Yenyu and Klim Hazard. We've already seen both these ships, so we don't need any introductions, but ouch, rest in peace Yenyu. Rest in peace again. Yeesh. Seems like the alpha was just too much.
Yeah, the ball bearings were able to survive against farmer missiles because of how slow they were.
Yeah.
But Terran missiles are significantly faster.
Yeah. Oop, the Kaiser has died, so Yenyu could maybe win if they just stay back, regenerate, and then charge at the core at full speed. Oh no. Ooh, no.
Ooh.
Something like
Nope.
troublesome with Yenyu's ships is they lack the thrust to get the job done. But we are on to the next round with Duke Slayer and Theoretical Concept. Duke Slayer has two of the same ship with a ton of asteroid thrusters, a ton of torpedoes, tons of armor, tons of just guns and thrusters and armor in general, to be honest. No factories though, despite having all these fancy looking containers. No factory. What a waste. And they are duplicate ships. And on the other side, we have Theoretical Concept with Virusites. They submitted two. This is the one of the two multi-faction fleets we've got for this tournament. This one is a Borg ship with many immobilizers, thrusters, lasers, armor. But I'm not really seeing any drones here. Yeah. But there are multiple subcores spread throughout the ship, so taking full advantage of the 6-core limit on Borg. Yeah, pretty nifty. And to compensate for the Borg swarm, we have this beautiful little Faction 16 fleet here, or ship rather, with many burst lasers. Huh. Lots of thrust, lots of armor, just same scheme in general. Same thing, but Faction 16. Let's fight. Borg and Jellyfish. No, this is a Faction 16. You may think it's Jellyfish, but look at those burst lasers, AoE.
Yeah, it's the capital ship faction.
Yeah. Ouch. Instantly dead though. They just didn't have enough time to dig through the armor. And the torps just ripped. And I'm assuming this will be a copy paste of what happened previously. Yeah.
Yep.
Didn't even have a chance to replicate. Next round though, Quantum Reactor with Knots and Brawlers versus Kamikaze Dalek with the same fleet we saw, same three ships we saw a while ago, Twilight and Boosterlight. Quantum Reactor, again just tons of armor, tons of guns, tons of thrusts, and that's pretty much it. Speaks for itself really. And they're both the exact same ship, no factory. Interesting guns on the front though, it would suck to man those. Instant death. The other side we have Twilight and Brutalite, which seems to be two obligatory thrustables. Terran missiles. Yeah, it's just your obligatory Terran missile kiter with plasma mortars and burst lasers. So I think we can fight. Oh, so yeah.
So, interestingly, the quantum reactor ships don't use asteroid thrusters, even though they're armored ships.
Yeah. I'd say the mega thrusters still have some amount of value, despite being on heavy ships. I can see how fast they are, each going after their individual target. Ouch, hard arena boarded, but still lifted over the tail. Oh, can we get a kill? Yeah, missed.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh, that's one down. Hard arena boarded again. Also, this tournament was started before the soft arena border thing, so this could be the very last tournament ever with hard arena borders. Who knows? Pretty sure it's a dead ship right there.
Yeah, the border is giving these ships a pretty hard time.
Yeah. Like, obligatory border death. I think part of the issue is the AI has trouble compensating for the border. Like they can't just push it out of the way, it's a hard entity which exists. Interesting.
So this Archon by Kamikaze Dalek might get sandwiched between the two ships, but it seems to have escaped.
Yeah, like even if it survives though, it doesn't have enough time to get the points back against these massive armored foes. That's just the power of brawlers.
Yeah, and it seems like this Archon has a lot of the plasma mortars.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem too effective since there's plenty of armor and there's spaced armor on the outer edge.
Yeah. Is that like properly done spaced armor though? Like it stops missiles, so I guess, but I don't know. Still get wrecked by as I was saying, still get wrecked by plasma. So on to the next fight. Round rather. Should be the same story, just to wait for the hard arena border, and then they die. Or the ships can suicide, you know, like pick your poison.
Ooh.
They suicide one
good.
way or another.
So the brawlers have an abundance of burst lasers, which seem to be winning the fights.
Yeah. I think the problem here is Kamikaze Dalek doesn't have enough missiles. Like this is just a very small amount, easy to block, completely shut down. Yeah, it's not an
The bio
impressive.
balls.
Yeesh.
Yeah, so so we can see here that the burst lasers can handle all
Yeah.
of what's being thrown at it.
Yeah, there's only 16 burst lasers too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, only 16.
Yeah, not even a full 3x3. Could you imagine melee armor on kiters? So that then when they try to suicide, they just win? That sounds great.
Yeah.
Yeah, like melee armor thrusters.
That's what we need, like a
Yeah.
sentinel kiter with the flurry missiles.
Yeah, Arthur, please give Terran melee armor, thanks. Make fly good again, give everything melee armor.
Yeah, melee armor kiters.
Yeah, so this ship just knows its fate. It's not good. Nope. It's a bit unsure if it wants to accept its fate or not. It knows that it's already lost, but it doesn't know if it wants to feel the pain. Or if it just wants a slow death.
Yeah, now that the brawlers
Yeah,
can support
yeah,
each
yeah,
other with
yeah,
the lasers, it's pretty much over.
Yeah, it accepts
And the
its
corner.
death. Yeah. Okay, so theoretical concept versus kamikaze Dalek. I am personally rooting for theoretical concept here, and it looks like my rooting will not go on art. So that faction 16 ship is putting in some work.
Ooh.
Good job, theoretical.
Yeah, that faction uses exclusively burst lasers.
Yeah. Also, we do have Aurora and Joyous fighting here. I'm expecting Aurora to win just because of super thrusters, but who knows? The Zone Blimps was the underdog champ of the last round, so anything could happen.
Ooh, one down.
Yeah. Ouch. Faction 16 won it for him? Yeah, it sure did. Faction 16 is a really interesting case. Like, they have solid lasers, but that's about, like, that's all they have.
But it's enough when dealing with the Archons and other shielded cutters.
Yeah, of course, like, it's pretty easy to pop kiters with lasers once they're in range. No baby ships.
Yeah.
Nope, one down, one to go. Pretty sure we'll be seeing Joyous in the losers bracket. Not really losers bracket, just missing their one-up mushroom. No, we already see them here. It's Klim Hazard versus Joyous. Okay. This is your second chance, Joyous. You better make it count. You didn't make it count.
That's a lot of missiles.
Yeah. That's a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Ouch.
And torpedoes as well.
Yeah.
There's just not enough PD to handle all this, and it's over.
Now that's a dead farm ship.
Yeah. Those torpedoes are just tremendously strong.
Yeah, especially when they have the perfect spread. Yeah.
I think that this fight could have gone better if the farmer super thrusters were used.
Yeah, definitely.
Because Terran can just put out so much meat with the asteroid thrusters, it's just not enough for farmer.
Yeah, I don't know, he did have the Alpha ship, so... Also, I stand corrected, these are not containers, these are blast pulses, actually. Ooh, rest in peace one brawler though. Death by another brawler. Or two at once, rather.
the brawler life.
Yeah. Uh, I think I can see Quantum Reactor's shortcoming here. He invested so much into thrusters that he forgot about his actual guns. Yeah, he couldn't even kill a single ship.
Mm.
Not a single one to his name. Round 2, pretty sure it will be the same. Yeah, get him with those defense guns.
Ed's really showing them who's boss.
Yeah. Oh, there go the defense guns. Fight's over now. That was a good turnaround.
It,
Oh, I see the problem now.
ooh.
Like, Quantum Reactor doesn't have enough range. His guns are too far back. His guns are behind his core, I think, yeah. Risky play there.
Yeah.
Usually you want everything in front of your core. Because every piece of meat counts, right?
Oh, yeah.
They have AI triggers. Yeah. Yep, that's one ship down.
Right, so the maximum ship radius is 1,000 units.
Yep.
And with the way that the guns are positioned, if the enemy core is far back enough, the cannons tend to not be able to reach.
Yeah, like back here. Quantum Reactor put his guns all the way to the back, and Duke Slayer put his core all the way to the back, so it proves which one wins.
Yep.
So we have Quantum Reactor, another chance, versus Theoretical Concept. Who will win? That is a dead Faction 16 right there. Pretty sure this will be a dead Borg 2. Ouch. Hate to see it happen. Person you're rooting for just gets popped. Yep.
I do like the different color schemes here.
Yeah, it's pretty good use of the multi-faction. If only...
They're like...
If only they attacked the Borg ship first. So now we have Quantum Reactor versus Clue Hazard. Go on.
Yeah, so I was gonna say they're like brothers. Like one is the super serious one, and the other one's like the really fun one.
Yeah. That sounds like some good use of. That does sound like a smart thing to do. Do so. Makes sense. Also, rest in peace, Quantum Reactor. Death by torpedoes and missiles. Yikes.
Ooh, torpedoes.
Now that is a dead spaceship right there.
Yep.
Oh, can we? Oh, no comeback. We don't sell those. Yep, it's over. So, new fight here. Iceborne. Wonder who that guy is. Oh, some stranger, new guy. Versus Insane Asylum. Yeah, it's mad lads. So, Iceborne, you friend, you appear to have brought some melee sentinel with guns and thrusters and factories and many harvesters to the table. Versus Insane Asylum's thruster balls with missiles, but most just thruster ball. You know, it's not a lot of gun there. Not even lasers. And he also has this like stacked mess of like spikes and thrusters and whatever's in there. Also, nice factory. So we can begin. Anything you want to say about your fleet?
I made it more or less for fun.
Yeah, well, it's currently getting torn to shreds right now, so don't know how much fun will be had. Ooh, nearly tore them to shreds.
Ooh. It goes both ways.
Yeah. So the Sentinel melee armor is holding up, but everything behind it is just crumbling. It's not holding up. How's the other ship doing? Oh, hi.
Yeah, triangles and the hard arena border. That tends to be what we see.
Ooh. Will we get a suicide? No suicide. They are really durable ships. Like, they have been taking a heavy beating, they're still kicking here. It's kind of impressive.
Even after the nerfs for Sentinel armor,
Yeah.
Sentinel can still survive
Nope,
a lot.
We do have a bit of rebuilding.
Yeah. Kiters.
You want to reply to chat there, Icemore?
Gotta think of something.
Okay, you go think of something and I'll watch your ships die in agony. There we go. Round 2. All
Alright, here we
according
go.
to plan. Oh, your ships touch each other inappropriately. Can't have that on stream. It's just not allowed on spawn. So, banned. From Twitch. I am banned from Twitch.
Yeah, they haven't been stripped yet.
Yeah. So your ships have the speed, they just can't like angle themselves towards the thrustables correctly. Oh,
Yeah.
that was a good hit.
Ooh.
Yeah, and then they come back for more. Can we have a round 3? Who knows?
Alright, it's tag team time.
Yeah. Interestingly, you didn't get many points from that, so I don't know what happened. Yeah. Not too sure what happened there. Not that really matters since Insane has over 8,000 anyways, but yeah.
True. However, I think my other ship has finished rebuilding.
That is I think it rebuilt a bit too much, friend. A bit too much rebuilding there. You've successfully created a monstrosity. Name your child. It is a boy.
And it's
If this wins. No, it's not going. Oh, thruster locked.
Oh. Oh no.
Guys, I think evolution has failed us.
Oh no.
That is a dead ship. Even if it dies, your ship won't be free. Well, rest in peace, Iceborne. Or rest in pieces, rather.
Just one piece.
This is what happens when ships get spawned inside ships, or... So Iceborne has a factory, but the ship generates inside itself. And okay, next round, we have NSG Commander with some generic farmer ships, lots of little tiny babby thrusters, interesting choice. You know, it has lasers, babby thrusters. Not too sure what's going on with these missiles here, to be honest. You see how it's only like one side being used? Yeah, this screams I was made for cosmetics, not for actual combat. These shields right next to each other. Yeah. And these are duplicate ships, I believe. Against Strider 7X with his free-for-all submission. You remember this guy, right? The Savage? The hard counter? Destroyer of Kiters? The Strider? And they are duplicates, so my prediction is Strider will waltz right through NSG Commando and win because Babby thrusters. Like I said, made to lose. Yeah. Interesting start off with Imperial. Wow. Shut down by HM1s.
Ooh.
Yeah, feels bad. Shut down. Those HM1 missiles can just crush any kind of Russia ship instantly. So if you can somehow make a good farmer Kaiser, you should put some HM1s on it because they destroy Russias.
Whenever I make an expensive ship, I always make it just large enough so that it doesn't get annihilated by an obliterator or an HM1.
Yeah.
Exactly for this reason.
Large enough. Ouch. HM1 to death, so off to the loser's bracket you go. Okay, melee armor versus little melee armor, who will win? Zaps versus taps. Inappropriate taps at that. Oh. Oh, it's interesting. Okay, that's one Strider down. That's one Iceborn down. Off to a 1v1 now. Ooh, it's a bit close. That's really... That is gasping. Oh, that was gaspingly close.
Oh
wow,
my
did you
God.
see that? That was nuts. Iceborn, you mad lad. Ballistic cap. Okay, there are a few babies trying to be made, but they die. I would be terrified if I was part. Okay, never mind. Just a bit of melee armor stuck in the gears there. Nothing too important.
Just barely missed the generator.
Yeah, just barely. It was like 1-2 blocks away. Pretty sure Iceborn will win this one though, due to Annihilators. Unless in Stride can somehow, yeah, get some solid Gorse beams. Okay, Duke Slayer versus Aurora. Interesting matchup. Armor versus N1s.
Ooh. So generally brawlers tend to lose to kiters.
Generally, unless they suicide
Yeah.
or get sandwiched, you know. That is a dead ship.
The asteroid thrusters allow for a lot of armor to be just installed on any ship for Terran, but it doesn't matter if the enemy can grind you down.
Yeah. That's like the general philosophy I have. I mean, if you can't take damage, you can't lose.
Yeah, better to tie than lose. Because at least the ship's alive.
Yeah, also something I noticed, instead of like the left side winning when points are even, in a timeout scenario, I've noticed that the right side wins when points are even in timeout. Not sure if that's a new change or anything, but yeah.
Yeah, interesting. It might be intentional, I suppose.
I mean, yeah, I imagine. It'd be kinda hard to mess that up, but at the same time... Duke Slayer just dying to missile spam. As the bruiser life goes. You know? You live.
One argument for collapsing arena borders is to give brawlers some chance if
Yeah.
they're able to survive long enough.
Yeah, but wouldn't that just lead to like super strong like bricks basically, which try to meet the minimum thrust requirement to tank as much arm as possible on so they can survive the timeout?
Yeah, potentially. But even in this fight, with all the missile spam, like not even a minute has passed, and already like 2 ships are about to die.
Yeah. Also, it's not new Duke Slayer, that's pretty cool then. Also, Sup Husk.
Oh,
That is
Tusk, hello.
a dead. Wow, that Duke Slayer just took that missile barrage. Yeesh, what a beast! What a beast! Oh, and they have a baby, so there's 2 carters now. This is what a dead ship looks like, by the way. Yep, death by torps.
Death by Terran.
Yeah. Terran is the projectile spammer's faction of choice.
That's true.
So something I'm really curious about, you know, something I'm really curious about is Aurora's submission. Like what
How so?
inspired it? Yeah, it's like a laser ship and then a missile spam ship.
Well, they tend to be common designs for Farmer.
Yeah, no, that is true, but I don't know.
It makes sense because Farmer missiles and lasers tend to be the best.
Yeah, and everything else kind of just sucks, aside from Bolsheviks and the thing.
Yeah, the heavy thing.
Yeah, the big heavy thrusting thing.
I don't think we're talking about the same thing anymore.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
It like hits hard, it digs deep. It's
That's
big.
Sentinel melee.
That is true. So do you ever wonder what Sentinel melee is like what it feels like to touch?
Probably pain.
Probably. Also, rest in peace. Duke Slayer's ships seem to die instantly once you get behind them, despite having these pew defense cannons. I guess it just wasn't enough.
Yeah, lasers tend to be the better point defense for a reason.
I don't know.
But I do think there's a place for cannons.
Yeah, I think it's just meant to be like cheap, better than nothing, so it can't get droned. But whoever told you that defense cannons are the meta is a liar. This isn't a new flight. So we've seen everyone already, no need to pause. NSG Commando versus Insane Asylum. Go.
Yeah, speaking of lasers.
Yeah, this is interesting. They both want to hold their ground here, neither one wants to engage.
So, I think Commando has the advantage because at least he has long-range guns.
Yeah, kinda. But Insane Asylum does have the point lead since they have the like big sniper cannons there. The
True.
long bows, I believe they're called, since it's firing so fast.
This might turn into a stalemate.
I don't know, I think if a stalemate happens, then Insane Asylum wins due to longbows. Longbows are basically an anti-stalemate weapon.
Yep, those are solar panels. Or
Yep, they are indeed solar panels. Fun fact. NSG's Commando little ship here is holding though. Is the sideway missiles the new meta? Who knows? Maybe you just don't need the extra mass. Reduce the hitbox, you know? got to think about the alternatives.
Yeah, not to mention commandos using the little babby thrusters.
Yeah. Yeah, are babby thrusters the new meta? Find out today. If this ship gets stuck against the arena border, it could die, since... Yeah, look at all those missiles.
Ooh,
Ooh,
this is not good.
Ooh, that was
Ooh,
close.
they're inside.
Nearly died. Ooh, might die here.
Yeah, it's still under pressure.
Yeah, it's still kicking.
Hard arena border.
Yeah, and hard arena border. And I'm so glad that soft arena border are a thing. Yeesh. This is the last time I ever need to touch these horrible buggy contraptions. It's hard. What is this ship up to? Congratulations the same, you have a braindead ship. Also, Insane Asylum's big ball has recovered. It rebuilt. However, NSG Commando has no break from the pressure due to those longbows.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Although I do think the front bit of Commando ship is unshielded.
Yeah, kinda. So Insane wins to time, well done. And yeah, it is unshielded. Where all the PD is and the longbows, so that sucks. Or railguns,
right,
rather.
and so there are a ton of lasers on the front bit of Commando ship, and
Yep.
I think if those were shielded, Commando could have won this on points.
I think what he could have done is instead of stacking shields on top of each other and wasting the energy, he should have just like stuck them out a bit. Although it does say made to lose, so I can't blame him. If it was made to lose, then congratulations, you've like one loss because you won and one win because you lost.
So all according to plan.
Yeah, all according to plan. The grand calculation: take one guy down to embarrass them, and then lose. Don't even give them a chance to refight you.
So if Commando makes it to the final round and wins, does he lose?
Yeah, I think so. Nobody wins. Maybe that's his plan all along.
Right, so we see here, even with the missiles and longbows firing, it's only the front nose of Commando ships that have been destroyed.
Yeah, well, a little bit's getting taken off here due to those shields broke. Yeah, but otherwise that is true. Farm shields are extremely durable, and I think it was someone who like took advantage of that. Aurora, probably. I'll have to see when they next come up, but I believe they put like one massive shield around their whole ship, and then that does everything. People like to say that shields are bad because they're less P efficient for health, and if you're going to be taking constant damage, then that is true. You want to use hull instead of shields, but if you're only taking the occasional hits, then why not have the thing that regens quickly? And hard counters, that is a potentially dead ship. As I was saying, why not have the thing that hard counters like poke damage? Arcee, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Alright, cool. So it seems like Insane Asylum is going to win this round. Fair and square. Or spiked, rather.
And that means Commando wins.
Yeah, Commando wins. Good job, dude. You win the tournament.
Yep, congrats. Both people won.
Yeah, both people win. So everyone wins.
Everyone
he hasn't lost yet. He still has to lose to you first.
Oh.
Yeah, he's still kicking.
Hello, Commando.
Oh.
We meet.
Oh, that sucks. Some of your melee armor's gone.
Yeah. Instead of a slice, I got a dunk.
Yeah. Oh, one of his ships has died, so maybe some babies. Yup, here's time for another abomination. Never mind, we get to end before that happens. Okay, round 2. Oh, that is a nice cut.
Whoosh.
I think everyone will be a winner this round. Yeah, everyone will be
We
a winner.
both win.
Yeah, you both win. Yep, everyone wins. There are no losers here. It's either everyone loses or everyone wins. So now we have Iceborne versus Clume Hazard. Torpedo Spam or Melee Armor. Who will win? Probably... I don't know. Looks like it's in favor of Torp so far.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna lose this one.
Yeah, like if you need enough velocity, once the big capital ship goes down, then you stand a fair chance. Because you can see all these like juicy P cost items here, right?
Yeah.
You need to come in from the side or something. And yeah, Commander.
Yep.
So now I have round 2, no instant torpedo death, so that's something. Oh. You seem to be going perfectly fine until the normal non-melee armor hits. Yeah. I think what would have benefited you a lot is adding another layer of melee armor. Because you can see all these splash damage just clips through the melee and gets to these soft spots and then just falls off.
Yep.
Yeah, and then dies. So we are onto the semi-finals here. With Insane Asylum versus Aurora. Whoever loses this one will have a rematch for the championship. So anyone's game. So far, they're both pretty durable. Also, it does seem I was right. Aurora is using 1 Mega Shield. And 1 Inner Shield too. Good strat.
The power of lasers.
Didn't even see the other ship die. Wow, just too focused. I think the right matchup is obviously the PD against the missile spam, and the missile spam against whatever this is, the factory ship. Ooh. Oh.
Sentinel.
Yeah. So something about like station point defense lasers is they have a good chunk of DPS for their P cost. They do consume energy though, which is why they're not advisable to spam, and their lasers, so overkill does apply. Farmer super thruster balls, yeah. I think not Yenyu, Aurora's the only person who invests this heavily, so... Now we have Insane Asylum versus Clume Hazard, the man making the comeback. Can he make the full-on comeback though, or will he just die? Let's find out. We have this Kaiser down here getting a bit of pressure, but the same can be said about this one here. There's plenty of pressure being thrown around everywhere. On everyone. Everyone's getting a bit stressed. Green balls? Yeah. That sounds like a nice fleet name.
Ooh, this one ship might get smushed.
Maybe, but this, like, Clume Hazard's Kaiser seems agile enough to dodge these slow farmer missiles. I think that it will get hit by the M1s though, because the M1's like farmer's fast missile. If I recall correctly.
It seems like the more circular a ship is, the more likely it is to win.
Come now, we don't want to encourage like disc ships, we want like creative, pretty ships, like Zone Blimp. Zone Blimp, the top tier ship. What if I pull a lapse right now, like in the final round, just edit 10 Zone Blimps? Don't see all losing to any of these guys unless the AI is derp. It may happen. You never know. AI might just look at itself and think, I've decided that I want to die. Yeah. We are still on round 1, by the way. Also, wow, I am blind. I misread this entirely. I thought that like Clim Hazard had 2,000 points and Insane Asylum had Insane Asylum has nearly 3,000 points and Clim Hazard's gotten nothing so far. I misread that so bad. Ouch. So, no. That was a nice try, but no cigar on the tops there. Yeah, I think Aurora is probably going to win this unless they die to the top tier zone blimps.
Yeah, as overpowered as the asteroid thrusters are, it seems like kiters can still take the day.
I don't know, I wouldn't really call asteroid thrusters particularly overpowered, just like strong. They're not farmer super thrusters, you know?
True.
Yeah. Like there's asteroid thrusters and then there's farmer super thruster. On a whole new level.
I don't think melee was nerfed.
No, it's pretty much vanilla. Oh. Interesting. So look at how much damage has been done, but Klim has had so few points. I don't know why. Like, is this some sort of weird ship? Is this an update? I don't know. Yeah. Maybe if we had some sort of nerfed super thruster, we could implement this in other tournaments. I don't know. Farmer is this really weird underdog faction. That's
like, if Farmer had the Terran thruster, it would be fine.
Yeah, like, Farmer's problem is they lack durability and speed. Otherwise, they have good weapons. Just nothing to use them with. Unobtainium sucks. Objectively sucks. Like, Borgs objectively suck because they have the suck ray, remember?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Like, spiky planets objectively suck because they also have the suck beams. It's just that they suck 10 times faster than most.
Except they slow down the computer, so it's like 100 times slower.
Yeah. You know, like, times 10, then divide by 100. That's good enough. Yeah, I've never really had the spiky plant lag problem, though, to be honest.
For me, it's terrible.
I've never had it happen. You were expecting more cancer? Well, it didn't happen. Like I said, you people were too scared. You people just didn't. You just too scared. You expected cancer, and you got an Aurora dominating. The only person who actually invested in this tournament is the one who won, rightfully so. Plus all the other people who invested.
I was expecting more people to make like very small, no, very large, like heavy ships.
I was
Since there's no.
I was expecting some weird spiky plant faction thing. Yeah, with like melee arms spazzing out everywhere. And I'm pretty sure Aurora has already won. Or
Yeah.
Mayawa Mo Shindiru
Nani.
dies.
So I think what we can all learn here is kiters win.
I think what we can learn here is farmer super thrusters make the faction actually good.
Yeah.
A bit too good. Like just a bit too good, not too much. It's on this weird verge.
One thing I want to point out about the station defense laser is
Yeah.
it rotates extremely fast.
Oh yeah, it's a point defense laser, what do you expect? And also, Aurora wins. So congratulations,
Yeah.
Aurora, the one who actually invested in this tournament. You win, rightfully so. So well done, round of applause. Good job. You win, rightfully so.
Well, Aurora won the tournament, but Commando won the game.
Yeah, that is true. Commander, he had a goal and he did it before anyone else. He was the first person to win, so sorry, Aurora, but you just lost by time. There is a fight that I don't think we got to see, but I really wanted to see how it played out, and that was, I think you can see what I'm doing here. Aurora versus Imperiex Striders. So who would win, the Gauss Beam melee ships of death or the whatever that is? Oh, that's one down.
The big pink balls.
Yep, as expected. So this tournament could have gone completely differently if Strider won his fights. It could have been very different. Yeah, instant win. Yeah, but I think it's time for the final boss of Reassembly. For the champion of the tournament.
Ooh.
Do you know who the final boss of Reassembly is?
That would be the arena border.
Okay, the other final boss of Reassembly. You can guess it. It's Camu 5-8's faction.
Oh no.
Okay. Alright, Camu, show me what you got. Ooh, starting off with a bit of spin. I like it. And people say Tinkerbell spinners are impossible. You should just beat Camu 5. Cuts by melee armor, see? This is why melee armor on kites is fair and balanced.
Maybe we should have a spinner tournament.
Spinning tournament XD, multi-faction allowed, infinite cores allowed, spiky plots allowed, Camu 5 allowed. You can only submit Camu 5 ships. You can only submit ships made by other people.
The spinner tourney 10x.
Yeah, you can only submit ships made by other people. Wow, Aurora did win one round though, so can they win the Camu 5 finals? Can they be the new champion of champions? Guessing a bit of zap here. Weakening those shields, zapping the melee armor. Camu 5 having some trouble aiming, unfortunately. One of Aurora is down, so... Oh, he's getting a bit shaky there.
Yeah.
Can't quite aim correctly.
The Beyblade is destabilizing.
Yeah. Need some stabilized quick dock. This is what happens in Beyblade when they cut the scenes out. It's shaking more, it's getting more unstable. There's projectiles flying everywhere, and Camu 5 wins. Okay, round 3. Aurora versus Camu 5-8 faction. Let's see who wins the final round of the tournament. Again, congratulations all on winning. Well done. Camu 5's factions are afraid of laser acid tensions. Lasers. Ooh. Oh, someone just died. Okay, up to the missile ship. Can you do it? Is the power of AoE just too strong? Camel 5 is getting a bit scared though. And the armor is falling apart, so maybe can we have a Camel 5 kill? Usually when missiles are fighting a spin, they like spaz out and don't know where to go, but they seem to at least be kind of hitting, and that seems to be enough. Yeah, it's pretty unstable. I think the gun might have fallen off, so... It is backing off though. Camel 5 might not be out yet.
Well, it still has melee, so...
Yeah, it can still just win by suicide. By that I mean Aurora suicides.
It just needs to touch it.
Yeah, I think he might regenerate here. The missiles aren't fast enough. Oh, got a few hits here. Should be enough to stop regeneration. And the missiles do seem much more stable now. They're not freaking out. Note speed is increasing. Speed is the melee armor is getting closer. Melee armor is almost hit. I think Aurora just beat Camel 5 AIDS though. Wow.
Nope, he's blown up, and... Yep.
No, we're not even going to bother with the next round. It's Aurora won, fair and square. They just won against Camel 5 AIDS. Spinner.
Hey, braided headman.
Hey, welcome. Wow, that's... So... Not only did they win the tournament, they also won against Camel 5 AIDS. Let's have another round of applause. Okay, that's the tournament. Congratulations to Aurora for dominating not only in the tournament but also against the Camel 5 AIDS. So now we're up to the after party bit of the tournament, where if anyone wants something then they may request it. So go ahead and pick your poison. Is there any specific like fight you want to see done that we didn't get to see?
Well, it seems like Commander wants to fight Camo.
Commander wants to fight Count. He wants to die, is what you're saying.
Well, that's how he wins.
Yeah, no, that is true. He does win by dying. He wants to die. Can you blame him? Okay, you can fight the Camel 5 AIDS then if you want. In fact, let's not even bother with a single... Let's not even bother with one ship. Let's just throw the whole thing in, just to make it fair. So so that NSG can indeed die. We'll throw the winner into... Okay, I believe in you.
There we go.
You can die.
The easiest way. Oh god.
Yeah, made to look the easiest. It's just too powerful. NSG Commando can't be stopped. He wins. The mad lad. Let me see if I can find my Borg thing. Actually, yeah, if we throw in like 10 Apocalypse, what happens? Like the first shot happens and then they start spinning up and then they miss, so whatever. Let's just pretend it was an epic showdown that they won. Yep, that shows a lot of death. So now that all these ships are pretty much closed up here, do you have any particular favorites amongst the pile? The ones that I personally were most interested in were Virusites, Zone Blooms, and Strider by Imperiax, Joyous, and Theoretical Concept. Let me grab a ship quick.
I've noticed that the wedge shape is pretty popular for brawlers.
Yeah. You kind of went with this weird, not wedge shape thing. Yeah.
It's like a wedge with wings.
Yeah. Fake wedge. So Aurora, can you like tell us what made you make your ship the way it was? Your like PD ship and then your missile spare? I hate missiles. Well, it's a bit hypocritical, considering one ship is the missile spare. Yeesh. I don't blame you though.
I kind of wonder if anyone's going to hold a farmer tournament that allows the super thrusters.
I think someone did at some point, but I think it's like, nah. Hey, how about final free-for-all tournament? All the ships at once? Sure. And also, I'm so glad that we can enable soft arena boards now. I never have to touch these horrible things again. It sucks.
What about soft collapsing?
Soft collapsing? Yes, please. Sign me up, Arthur, you mad man. You did it. You legend.
Oh, we have a technicality. She doesn't hate using lasers.
Yeah, it's still kind of hypocritical. I'll check Discord. Okay, we have cvar thingy by Duke Slayer. Interesting. And we also have the Opal Star Dreadnought by Duke Slayer. So what do we do with these things? That looks like a scary, horrible mess. This looks like a reasonable ship.
Oh boy.
So what do you want me to do with these? Are these meant to be fought against Aurora, I presume? Since their P cost is like 16,000-ish respectively. Fight Aurora. Okay, let's see. Aurora has won the tournament. They've won against Camo 5's Inaccurate Spinner. Can they win against Pure AIDS? Who knows? That's a lot of work for the point defense. One ship is down though.
As Aurora says, working as intended.
Also, can I just say, these are the ships I believe Duke Slayer sent in from the remastered one, these stovetop ones, and they are very pretty.
Oh yeah, the stovetops, I remember now.
Especially in the top right corner.
Yeah, they're like blue and red, so they actually legit look like gas stovetops.
Yeah, man, it feels so good having soft arena boards now, you have no idea. I can go on for hours about how good it feels. Also, nice asymmetrical design by Duke Slayer. Just wants to look at them again. So yeah, it gets close, it doesn't get hardened to death. It like gets close, durable, tanks, dodges, ship dies. This is kind of like the ship he sent in for Race 47's Dreadnought tournament, right? Hope for some trapping. Well, Unfortunately, Aurora's ships are just on a whole new level. They're not on like anyone's level. They're not on like Camo 5's level. They're not on the tournament's level. They're on. Look, it just cut through the ship. Didn't even get to the core and left it for last. What a beast.
Yeah.
A suicidal beast, but a beast nonetheless. I stand corrected, but what a savage, wow. The disrespect.
Well, that's the power of the super thruster.
This was sad not fighting in a soft arena border. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure it was fair for the what's it called, DLC people. But I think we're pretty much done with like everything now by this point, right? Nothing else to really do.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Other than the FFA.
Yeah, the free for all. Is there any like particular AIDS factions you want to implement? We have Camo 5 AIDS, we have
No.
we have Tinkerbell AIDS just to keep. We have nukes. You want to throw in some nukes? Didn't mean to give Camo 5 nukes. I think he's good enough as is. Can you get in there? Thanks. Not even the right color. Now we need to fix the color. Cool. We have like Tinkerbell AIDS. We have all sorts of things. Splinter AIDS. I don't think I have Splinter on my friends list, sadly. Unless you have a specific Splinter ship to send me really quickly, then it just can't happen. Actually, my computer is probably going to lag enough as is. We should just go. We should just go.
Sounds good.
Yeah, let's just go. Oh, interestingly, they did spawn outside of the arena. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. The melee ships. Oh no, what happened?
Melee OP.
Where did we go wrong? Oh no. He just got thrust towards their death. I feel bad about this thing's still kicking. It's dying, but it's kicking. This is such a mess. Yeesh. Aurora's there. I think one of Aurora's ships died. Yeesh. Yeah, well, there goes Duke Slayer. Like, one of his stovetops are down. Duke Slayer's other ships are now fighting. Camo 5 just brutalizing. Everyone is brutalizing Duke Slayer. Wow. Rightfully so. Getting like 3 entries, that's not fair. Duke Slayer is now fighting Duke Slayer. What a maniac. Over here we have Klim has with Kaiser getting soft arena bordered versus, I forgot their name. Who was this guy called? Do you remember? He was, I don't remember. Even the world city didn't fare well. Yeah, it just couldn't live. Okay, well, I forgot their name sadly, versus Camo 5. That is a dead Duke Slayer.
Oh, Duke is fighting himself.
Yeah.
Oh, everywhere.
Unless they like team up and kill what's left of Camo 5, I don't know if they'll like survive if he regens. Thankfully, this unnamed hero is doing like top tier. Ow, seizures. No, let's not watch that. Thankfully, what's his name is doing like the hero's work of killing off Camo 5 before he regens. The arena border is collapsing. That's a lot of resources. It is collapsing. Ow. He may have killed the evil, but he died in the process. Kinda have to feel bad for him. He sacrificed his life nobly just to die. Duke versus Duke will win. I think I'm gonna need to place my money on Duke there, just saying. Wow.
Clem, Aurora won the tournament.
Yeah, Aurora won. What's a mess? Yeesh.
Yeah, this is just for funsies.
Yeah, it's just after party, so that's like one round. They just spawn outside. Like, I should not have such a. Oh dear.
Oh boy.
You could make a screensaver out of this. Somehow Aurora didn't. I stand corrected. I was about to say they didn't instantly die, but I stand corrected. Camo 5's melee just like rips through everyone. More than your ship, because it's. Yeah. And people are getting soft arena boarded. Feels well, soft arena board to their death. Yeah, feels good.
I just sliced into Clem's city ship.
Yep, it happens. So, can you defeat the evil though that is Camo 5? Melee armor versus melee armor.
Oh wait, it is me. Oh wow.
Yeah, can you defeat the evil? Almost.
Well, at least I'm protected from melee. Sort of.
You say that, but ironically dies to melee. Yep, ironically dies to melee. Oh, I accidentally Have you ever accidentally pressed Alt F4 before?
Yes.
I feel terrible. I feel like a person who just installed the internet. Like, just got a new computer. And some guy told me to Alt F4 for $1,000.
Well, you got your $1,000, so
yeah,
are you happy now?
I guess. Oh, Lucent Echo, I saw this one. Duke Slayer. I'll show it off on stream, but that's about it. So Lucent Echo is a multi-faction like spiky plant thruster ball, and it like duplicates itself if you take too long to kill it. So we can just like clear everything here. And import the ship in question. So yeah, Lucent Echo, and let's just do the champion. Oh. Both are 16,000, or they're 8,000p each, but suits yourself here. Yeah, so that's basically what Lucent Echo is. And if you take too long to kill it, then it will start making babies of itself. So that's a pretty cool ship. I don't think anyone else has anything to really say though.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I think.
That reminded me of the caterpillars I saw on the Discord.
Caterpillars? What are you talking about?
The bullet caterpillars.
Can you send them?
I think Aurora made them.
I'm curious what you're on about. Don't think I'm
Also,
too
wow, fireworks everywhere.
Yeah, fireworks everywhere. Fireworks, mortarworks. Don't think he has any actual 8,000p ships, just 10,000p aids. Death beam, that sounds appropriate. Let's do that. Warpo? Yeah. Just dies. So that's a pretty nice ship there. Great one. Great one.
Totally balanced, 100%.
Yeah, totally balanced. Great one, great hosting, good to hear. I am going to assume that Lucent Echo is using some block editing magic though.
Yep.
I'll just crack it open real quick. Open Notepad. Binding equals 6, binding 6, command tools fire. No, I don't see any block editing. At most, it's just command flags. So for the AI, so it's Tinkerer augments. Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah. If I can pause it like perfectly, maybe I can see. I'll try again. No, I need to do it even faster. No, even faster than that. Okay, it just can't be done. It's too small of a time frame. Also, I just realized that the core blur covers it up anyway, so it doesn't even matter. Yeah. I think that's pretty much it for the tournament, though. Anything you want to say before we sign off? Iceman?
I've seen pretty much all I wanted to see. I'm just wondering if chat has any other ideas.
Yeah, I don't think so. I will say, who made the zone blooms? Can't remember, not very good with this. Insane Asylum, was it? No, it was, Joyce? Yeah, Joyce. So, Joyce, like, resubmitted. The first thing he did was, this Weaver and the Ark here. These two ships, and in my opinion, they look really, really nice. If I go into the actual in-game editor really quick.
Yeah, maybe a multi-faction tournament would be interesting.
Maybe, like, I know that there was a certain battle probe, like, thing where you use melee armor, it's really tight together, and use, like, Tinkerbell stacked swords, I don't know. But you can see how good this thing looks, right? So it appears to try and detach the armor, but I'm not too sure. There's some really big stacked guns here, but those just die instantly, so not the very like good positioning there. I don't know. Looks pretty. And he also added in the arc, which again, like, pretty.
Ooh, hexagons.
Yeah, tons of stacked solar panels here. Thrusters, factory, Splitter's shield. So thank you everyone for showing up for the tournament today. I'm glad to have had a blast. Plenty of interesting submissions ranging from Faction 16 to Borg to Farmer Super Thruster and obligatory thruster balls, as well as big armor stacks, so decouplers will be interesting. Yeah, if the AI can actually use decouplers, then definitely. Maybe, like, someone can make a custom AI that uses them. I don't know. Yeah. I think that's all, though. So thank you for stopping by, and catch you next time. Congrats to you all.
Yep, see you everyone.
Bye.